She saw him every morning. Same chair, same coffee, same silence. But one day, the chair was empty, and in that silence, she finally heard him. Welcome to Story Corner Diaries, where every story is real and every lesson lasts forever. This is the true story of a girl named Hannah and the father she never really knew until he was gone. Hannah grew up in a sleepy, snow-covered town in Vermont. Her home was simple, filled with love, but only one voice, her mother's, singing in the kitchen, calling out homework reminders, laughing loudly while stirring soup. Her father, Tom, was the opposite of noise. He was the kind of man who moved through the house like a gentle shadow, reliable, predictable, present. Every morning at exactly 5:45 a.m., Tom would wake up, pour himself a cup of strong black coffee, sit in the same wooden chair by the kitchen window, and open the same old leather-bound notebook. As a child, Hannah would run past him on her way to school. He'd look up, nod, maybe smile, but never speak. She never asked why. It was just the way he was. At age 7, she fell off her bicycle and skinned her knee. Her mother rushed outside, panicked. But Tom, he stood at the doorway, watching, letting her rise. And when she did, wobbling but proud, he clapped once, just once. At age 10, on her first day of 5th grade, she found a note tucked inside her lunchbox. "You're stronger than you think." Dad, she never told anyone, but she kept that note in her pencil case for years. In middle school, she grew more distant. Her friends talked about movie nights with dads and weekend adventures. She had none of that. When she turned 16, the distance between her and Tom became a wall. One morning, after another silent breakfast, she snapped. "Why don't you talk? Why don't you ever come to my games? Do you even care?" He looked up slowly and replied softly, "I do." 2 words, that's all. She stormed out in tears. Later that night, her mom tried to explain. "Your father loves you in his own way. He just doesn't show it the way you want." But Hannah didn't want quiet love. She wanted cheering in the stands, bear hugs, words. She left for college far away, barely looked back. Her father never called, never wrote, or so she thought. On the day of her college orientation, someone paid her first tuition deposit anonymously. She assumed it was her mom. It wasn't. One day during a volleyball game, she spotted someone far beyond the fence line, a man in a brown jacket watching silently. She squinted, thought maybe it was him, but shook it off. They never spoke about it. Years passed. She moved to Chicago, took a job in publishing. The distance turned from miles to years. Her mom still called. Her dad never did. Then came the call. Cancer. Her mother had been hiding it. Hannah flew home and stayed longer than she had in years. She noticed how her father had shrunk. His shoulders slouched, his hands slower. Still, every morning, he sat at the kitchen table with his coffee and notebook, writing, always writing. She never asked what it was. When her mom passed, the house felt hollow. Tom remained silent. Hannah packed her bags quickly. He walked her to the door, looked at her, and said quietly, "She was proud of you. So am I." She nodded. That was the last time she saw him alive. 6 months later, another call. Tom had died, peacefully, in his sleep, at the kitchen table. Hannah returned to clean the house. Everything was as it always had been. His coat on the hook, his coffee cup half-washed, and the notebook. She opened it. What she found took her breath away. Page after page, year after year, all written by her father. She made snow angels today. Her joy made me cry inside. She didn't see me at her game. That's okay. She played well. She yelled at me. I wish I could explain how proud I am of her. She's moving to college. I stayed up all night, even simple entries. She wore blue today, like her eyes when she was 4. There were hundreds of them. He had watched her whole life unfold, silently, carefully, lovingly. She never knew. She flipped to the last page. It read, "If she ever finds this, I hope she knows." I never stopped listening. Tears fell freely. She sat in his chair, held the notebook to her chest, and for the first time in her life, felt what she had missed for years. Not just her father's love, but his presence, his devotion, his quiet way of always being there. She walked to the garage, found his toolbox, pulled out a carving knife, and on the leg of the chair, she etched, "Dad sat here. Love never left. Not all love is loud. Some love sits quietly, observes, waits, endures, and never asks for recognition." Tom didn't leave his daughter with a speech. He left her with a lifetime of watching and a notebook full of love. Comment: "Now I understand my father better." Subscribe to Story Corner Diaries for more stories that heal silently.